Okay, my tubies, are you ready? Yeah, we're going to go into something totally, which is the same thing. Narcissistic men/women are reckless. Please, 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 for the love of God, be careful. Listen up to this.
Tonight, the final chapter to a story you'll see only on 2. A man convicted of intentionally infecting his ex-girlfriend with HIV learned his sentence earlier today.
Channel 2 Investigates broke this story back in 2016. Investigator Robert Arnold in the newsroom now with reaction from the woman whose life was forever changed by this crime. Robert.
Yeah, Sarita Anderson has waited 2 years for this day. In 2016, she contacted Channel 2 Investigates after testing positive for HIV and suspecting her ex-boyfriend infected her intentionally. Sarita Anderson took the stand, making a victim impact statement against the man she says she once loved, the man who she now says destroyed her life.
The catastrophic chain of events that led me to down spiral, while I had to dig myself out of that hole, and basically I feel like the old me died.
Her ex-boyfriend, Karim Tyson Zahakani, pleaded guilty to aggravated assault of a family member with serious bodily injury. Prosecutors say he knowingly infected Sarita with HIV. We first brought you Sarita's story in 2016. After that, other women came forward.
At least 8. Some had pictures, some had videos, and he was even going by another name.
2 of the women who reached out to Sarita sat side by side with her today in court as the judge sentenced Zahakani to 30 years in prison. Zahakani will receive credit for times.
Oh, yeah, so he purposely infected them. Now, Sarita was an ebony woman, and guess what? The other 2 women that he infected, they were Caucasian. How about that? And those 2 Caucasians, they're going to spread it around to the other Caucasians, and before you know it, you got an epidemic even among the Caucasian people. How do you like that? And it all started from what? Yeah. Mr. freaking Dick Man. Slinging dick.
And Sarita says she can finally close this chapter of her life. But she still worries there are more victims out there, and has this message for them.
You are the only person that can keep yourself safe. Don't depend on your life is yours to protect.
Anderson says with medication and treatment, she's been able to keep her viral load low, and for now, the virus is not detectable in her system. Live in the newsroom, Robert Arnold, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
Good morning, Facebook family. Today is Thursday, September 6th, the year is 2018, and I'm sitting.
Okay, baby, we're back with my baby, Walter Lee Hampton, too. He's the one who made this report and was actually sitting here looking at this, what's going on. Yes, so now we're back with Walter Lee Hampton. Let's listen in.
Here, you just saw that video of a man in Texas who passed HIV to his ex-girlfriend and his ex-wife. He was married before. He gave his ex-wife HIV, he gave his girlfriend HIV, and possibly several other women were infected by him by HIV. He was sentenced to 30 years in prison because he passed these innocent women HIV. So the question I have for you all, because, we're getting all this crazy stuff from people saying that, some people are saying that this was an overkill. And people have been asking me to comment on this for several months since he was sentenced back in July. I think he was sentenced back in June of this year to 30 years in prison. And some people are trying to say that this sentence is unfair to him. Him and his ex-girlfriend have been dating since September 2013. The woman told investigators she requested they both take tests for STDs, and after her test came back negative, he also told her he was negative, but she wasn't. In April of 2014, she got sick. Court records say she got sick and she began to experience symptoms of HIV. First, she noticed frequent illnesses.
But did you notice what he said here? that the woman took the HIV test or whatever the hell and blah, 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 blah. And then he told her. That's the key thing. He told her that he took the HIV test. He took the STD test. That's why I said, I don't want to hear what you tell me. No. We're going to do this HIV and all this STD testing together. The same freaking free clinic, because God knows I live here in Albany, New York, and I know where every free clinic is at, even though I hang out with that, but I live with Planned Parenthood and my primary care. Because I told you, I am in the clinic, not that I'm sexually crazy, but sometimes they say it takes a while for things to develop in your body and it may be detected later on down the road. So listen to a girl. Listen to a girl who's not hypochondriac, because that's so far from me. At the same time, no. It's, you know, if you have something, cancer or whatever the hell is going on in your body, you want to catch it early so we can attack it and we can get rid of it, eradicate it, and we're going to handle this, catch it early. Don't let it get all full blown and all out of control and all of this other stage 2 and stage 3, stage of 5. No, we have to catch this early. Early detection is key, which is why I go to my freaking GYN, Planned Parenthood, primary care. I haven't been to no free clinics, but I know some people, men who have been to free clinics all the time. At the same time, I have a primary care, I have my GYN, and I have my regular doctor, every 6 months. When I was being sexual, it was every 3 to 6 months. But I'm not sexual. I haven't been sexual for 3 years? And loving life. I have my Bob, my battery-operated boyfriend. I know he's not going anywhere. I know I don't have to worry about any kind of STDs. And guess what's the most beautiful part of Bob? Is I'm guaranteed an orgasm. Like they tell you in science and throughout life how important sex is. It's not the sex that's important. What makes everything great to keep you physically healthy is the orgasm. As long as you're having orgasms at least 2 times, which is what I do 2 times out of a week, because I think that's healthy. And orgasms, my orgasms are intense. They're never mild or no. My butterfly from Amazon, I recommend that you get it. Go on Amazon, get yourself the what is it called? No, it's not the butterfly. I'm sorry. It's called the rabbit. Boy, do that rabbit have some ears on him. Everything is targeted on your private places. You never have to worry about catching the STD. You don't have to worry about, I'm going to go to the clinic. Oh my God, I pray to God that if God would just spare me just this once, I promise God I'll never, no. We have the rabbit. You have orgasms, which is healthy sexually, because you have to take care of your body. And women don't want their bodies, their vaginals to atrophy. You know what atrophy is like? When you don't have sex penetration, it can close up. Your parts there could get all glued tight, like gluey and all of that. No, we do not want that to happen. So that's the benefit of the rabbit. If you have something else that works best for you, I say do what you do, girlfriend, whatever works. And if your religious people have an issue with that, you know what? Don't sweat the small stuff, because God knows what's going on. God knows the reason why you're doing what you do. It's for your sexual health, and it's for your health. And may you have the best orgasms. And with the rabbit, I promise you, you will. Without worrying about AIDS or HPV or what may he have given me. Or better yet, I'm having sex with this character and I'm going at it like crazy and I got to fake an orgasm. How many times have we had to do that? Faking orgasms. Let me tell you something, sweetheart. With the rabbit, you will never fake an orgasm. Ever. Let's listen up.
She lost 65 pounds. She was hospitalized with pneumonia in May of 2014. But it wasn't until September of 2014 that she was, later on that year, that they did an HIV test. She had oral thrush that an infection discovered by a dentist that the doctor diagnosed her as HIV positive in September 2014. So she was sick. She got sick in April, was in the hospital in May, which is strange that they didn't run an HIV testing when she was in the hospital in May of 2014, wasn't until September. Medical records later show that Zerkana, however his name was diagnosed with HIV in March of 2009. So charges were filed against him in June of 2016. Now he was just sentenced to 30 years in prison. And there were other women involved. Is he a sexual predator? Does he deserve to be in jail? What's going on here?
No, he didn't deserve to be in jail. He deserved to be under the jail. 30 years? No. He have sat up here and just totally just ruined people's lives. And when it comes to this HIV or AIDS, people say, yeah, well, they have the medication for it. And they have it's not a cure, but at least you don't have to die anymore. Yeah, but let's think about the medication that you have to take every single day. Where you have diarrhea, the medication, and I know because I have friends, acquaintances who have HIV. And I look at all the pills that they have to take. But then they have one pill where they combine like 2 or 3 pills in one pill. But it makes them so sick. We go to the mall, they have to make sure they're near a bathroom because they can't hold their bowels. Or they have to, it's sitting up there, the medication is making them so tired out. Because you have to understand something about this HIV medication. It's filled with radiation. So you're putting loads and loads of radiation inside your body. And all for what? Because I wanted to make him feel good. Because whatever. Yeah, because he was hot looking, or because she was, look at her body. Yeah, okay, now you got freaking radiation going in your body every single day, and you have to take it, or your viral load is going to go up, or your T cells are going to drop. You ain't trying to go that route. It's no picnic, it's no walk in the park when you're sitting around here, can't even hold your bowels. How about that? When you're sitting up there, and you take these pills, after taking them, you feel so sick to your stomach where you can't even enjoy good food anymore. You know, I know society tries to make it seem like, you know what, well, we got this all, whatever, Magic Johnson, and he's okay, look at him, and he's whatever, but nobody tells you what Magic Johnson is going through when it comes to his bowels, when it comes to he can't hardly eat, when it comes to he can't even enjoy life anymore. When it comes to he got to keep putting that radiation in his body. Nobody tells nobody that part. No, that's not the pretty picture part. But you go ahead and keep laying around with no condoms or no protection. You know what I like to say? Forget all that condom protection. Keep going around thinking you're going to spit in God's face. You're going to give Jesus Christ your middle finger because God and Jesus told you what's up. Where does sex belong within marriage? And it's hard. I know it's hard. Because it's rough. It's hard. And I'm not a saint, but when I got married, I was a virgin. And I'm not trying to say that I'm better than anybody, but I got married as a virgin because I had a religious upbringing like that was so strict, you'd be terrified to lose your virginity without being married. When I had my son and my daughter, yeah, it was with the same man, my husband, and it was with marriage. My religious upbringing, well, my background was Jehovah's Witnesses, and you're terrified to mess up with that one. But anyway, I later on found out some stuff about that organization, so please. I could have did just as well if I was following Joyce Myers. If I was hanging out with Joyce Myers, because she has her own ministry, I would have never had problems with alcohol. I would have never had problems with getting played by men. I would have never had problems with being wayward or experimenting with certain things if I was following Joyce Myers Ministries. And what is that, Robert Blake? If I would have had Robert Blake and Joyce Myers, yeah, I would have been mad stick. I would have never messed up the way I did. And Jehovah's Witnesses have helped me, and they have to some extent. But they pushed me to a lot of I needed Robert Blake, and I needed Joyce Myers, and I needed that woman from the War Room, Priscilla Shire. Yeah, I think her name was Priscilla Shire, and Charles Stanley. If I was raised with those type that was inculcated and ingrained in me, I would have never had problems with alcohol or experimented with the stupid nonsense that I went through when it came to this other organization, because that organization messed me up. It really messed me up. At the same time, I got married as a virgin. I had my 2 kids within wedlock, whatever. And that's pretty much because that's what my mom ingrained in me. She freaking ingrained it, because that's something that she always wanted, and she kind of didn't have. So she, pushed it in my head the way that a woman is supposed to conduct herself and all the above. And I just love my mom so much. I loved her so much that I wanted to be pleasing to her. So I got married as a virgin. I had the kids within wedlock and blah, 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 and all the above. My husband cheated down the road like 9 years later. And no, you cheat, that's a deal breaker for me. Can't do that one. And that's Sheila True Love's story. We're going to go into part 5. This is Sheila True Love, and we will definitely be getting back to you with Walter Lee Hampton, who is amazing. He's helping to spill the tea, help us all, the women. Yeah.